Welcome back to the show. Today I was really thinking to do a recap. Not a full recap, but I wanted to go to the very first song I did of Pink Floyd. I know not everybody, but a lot of people want me to finish Echoes, the second part. So that's what I'm going to do as well, but not today. I want to revisit Time. Since the very first time I listened to Pink Floyd, I was mystified by them. I thought it was very different, very strange, something I never heard before. So I really thought to myself, let me truly go back to the very first song I ever heard, which was Time, off of the Dark Side of the Moon album. So to all my subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. Let's revisit this together. Let's take out the time to listen to Time from the Dark Side of the Moon.
softly spoken magic spell.
How much more do I appreciate the song after hearing it again? After knowing Roger Waters and David Gilmour, Nick Mason, Richard Wright, how much more do I enjoy the song? Knowing that all the sounds that I hear are being performed by these beautiful abilities to compose music together as a band. Not some equalizer, not some type of studio engineering, but men, the vocals, the harmony, the story, the tale of time, how it slips away, and never being able to complete those tasks that you seek to do throughout the dwindling of time. Just an amazing, amazing group. The best band ever, ever. Yes, I've heard about Tool and Led Zeppelin, Radiohead, and I've heard of other groups too, like rock groups like Metallica, and Kiss, and Nirvana, and all these other groups, that I haven't delved into like I had Pink Floyd. But I'm saying Pink Floyd, I just know that their mindset is so strong in reality, the truths of reality, the foresight of what Roger Waters saw in his life, and he just poured and poured and poured and poured and poured his life into it. No hypotheticals, no ifs, ands, or maybes, but life. One of the best groups ever. Period. Period. No discussion. Hands down. I know it's not fair to say something like that, Some people might say, well, Michael Jackson was not the best dancer. You have people like Fred Astaire and stuff like that too. Yes, I understand that. But when you look at the totality of Michael Jackson, it's like, yo, this is absolutely, what's going on? Fred Astaire was absolutely amazing. Like, yeah, absolutely amazing. So that's a hard one. But I'm just saying, like, when you hear certain music, like Pink Floyd, it's very hard to deny what they do as a band. Period. I say that with oomph. To all my subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. You guys have been the absolute best. And to all my viewers, I appreciate you guys too. And if you're not subscribed, I would really appreciate your subscription. Leave a comment below. Like this video. Share this video. And until next time, deuces.